Hello and welcome to the Ridiculously Good VA Show with Tracy Daviero. If you are a virtual assistant or want to be one, this is the place to learn the tips and tricks you need to become a ridiculously good VA. I've been a part of the VA industry since 1998, and I'm excited to get to know you and help you build an amazing business. Let's go. Hello and welcome to another episode of the podcast that teaches you how to be a ridiculously good virtual assistant. Today we're going to talk about momentum. It can be hard to get started or keep going with a lot of the things in our VA business. The things like marketing, networking, setting goals, even just updating content or creating content. Everything is impacted by momentum. Today's quote is from Pamela Glass Kelly. Whatever beginning goals you set for yourself, following through on them will build momentum and a sense of achievement, and those small successes will point the way to bigger ones. I like this quote because it helps us understand that momentum is built by the little steps. And that's what I always tell you guys. Always take little steps, one step at a time, baby steps, one foot in front of the other. Every single day, if you take a little step, it moves you in the direction of anything you need to get done or anything that you want to get done. And daily actions create momentum without even having to think about it. So let's go. Momentum. So much fun when you get going, but how do you get to where you want to go? You start and then you just keep going. Sometimes when something's exciting, like a new goal or a new training or a new client, a new networking group, we put all of our focus on it. It's new and it's fun, right? So it's appealing to make our lists and block time in our calendar and do the things that we need to do to get it done, right? But are you keeping it up after you start? This time of year, New Year's resolutions abound. Losing weight, eating better, saving money, self-care, finding love, and our business goals, making more money, getting more clients, being more consistent on social media. But statistics will show us that the very few people keep those resolutions. Why do you think that is? I think it's because they lose momentum. The things we want to do, the changes we want to make, are hard. People don't have an actual plan, it's just a wish. And they don't see results, so they abandon it. Those are three very definitive things that do not create momentum. This can definitely be true for a weight loss goal, and it's also true with business. I'll tell you a quick story. A couple of years ago, I started taking high blood pressure medication, prescribed, of course, by my doctor. My doctor also told me to eat more vegetables and to walk to help control my blood pressure. I did. I just started because I'd never taken daily medications in my life, and I was motivated to keep my dosage low. I was on what they would say is a half a dose. I ate veggies at every meal. I'm not a big fruit person, but veggies were good. Filling half my plate at every meal with roasted or sauteed veggies. I used my hashtag on Instagram, hashtag 5 to 10 a day is easy, to motivate other people. And people were talking to me about it, telling me that they were trying to do it too. I walked every morning after I woke up. It was the very first thing I did every day. Brushed my teeth and headed out. I started walking about 2 kilometers and then ended up doing 6 kilometers most days. Because it was the first thing I did every single morning, I did it without fail. And coupled with my eating habits, I lost 30 pounds. Pretty quickly, actually. It's not hard to stay motivated when you're getting results and when everybody around you is talking up what you're doing. The same can be said for your business stuff, but we don't talk to people about it in the same way. So let's break down the reasons that this worked so well for me and see if we can't connect it to our business as well. Number one was the schedule. I did it first thing every morning. No excuses, nothing else got in the way. I usually walked between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. Imagine. Number two was the routine. I created a playlist of my favorite songs to walk to, and I listened to it religiously on my walks. Number three, I came home and ate breakfast right away. Frankly, I was hungry before my shower. 3 meals a day is absolutely essential when you're trying to lose weight. You need to eat and fuel your body. Number four, I got in the shower around 7:30. That's probably the latest that I got in every day, still way before anybody else was awake in my house. And then I got straight to work. I had more than an extra hour in my day, starting work at 8 a.m. And I had already gotten so much done already. Number 5, I meal planned or planned my meals if you prefer. So I had reheatable meals for lunch every day and I didn't have to spend time cooking. So I knew that I could get those veggies in. Number 6, I was able to take breaks during my workday because I was working a good and regular schedule. I got up early. I was motivated to get a lot of things done because I was feeling so good. And number 7, obviously I was seeing results and I was physically feeling well as well. Am I keeping it up now? Nope, I haven't walked in over a year. Sad face, right? I know. Why? Because I actually damaged a nerve in my foot and I got out of the habit. It was sore for a couple of months, and really, I just knew that I was doing it more harm. And then, about this time last year, I went to visit a friend of mine in Quebec City, and I left my shoes there. I never got them back. All of these are excuses, and I did have to let my foot heal, but I could have started up again once I knew how to fix it. Now, a year later, my foot is finally not sore anymore, and I did buy new shoes, but I still haven't started walking again. I'm going to. I've put 15 pounds back on. I don't feel good. I start my days way too late. I'm tired a lot. And my doctor, of course, increased my dosage of my medication. Such a big old bummer after I had done so well. So, what am I doing? I'm restarting. I have zero excuses. I know how to take better care of my foot. I still meal plan. I never stopped that. And I did get new shoes. My goal is going to be daily walking, veggies at every meal, and a weight loss goal of, say, 25 pounds by summertime. I was not in it to lose weight the last time I did, but that was a really happy result, and I'm in for it, that's for sure. Last time it took me about 3 months to lose 30, so I know it can be done, and it's not even hard. I wasn't trying before, it just happened. I really, really loved my routine, and I honestly miss it. I just need to get started and stop making excuses and keep it going. And this is precisely why I'm talking about momentum today. Doing the kind of activity that I just described to you is one of those things that we know is we can relate to, right? You know that you can do it. It's very simple. It's a simple process. You have to physically put the work in. You have to do it every single day. But really, I had no rules. I didn't have to walk a certain distance. I didn't have to eat a number of calories. I made the rules really, really simple. And it really does help to do that, even in your business. So, momentum, simply put, is forward motion, kind of like walking, actually, now that I think of it. And in my experience, forward motion means small daily habits that add up to you getting to where you want to get to, or further, even, just like my walking and eating veggies can do easily. So, how do we do that? Here are 5 things you can do to start building momentum in your VA business right now. Number 1, stop taking advice from people who are less accomplished than you or who have accomplished less than you. One of the things that keeps VA stuck is the VA groups and the cheerleading squad that is the VA community. Now, don't get me wrong, having support from our peers is amazing and very, very necessary. But the advice that you get from people who have not been beyond where you are right now can actually be detrimental to your success. Always seek to get your advice and support from people who have been where you want to go, the actual experts. Limit the number of people you get advice from, too. You don't want to get advice from 20 million experts. Choose a few and follow them, just like everything. Too many is a distraction. The VA groups are really good for water cooler chat, resources, and camaraderie, but when it comes to the advice that you need to make your decisions, you have to find a trusted group, like an advisory board or a mastermind group, whatever works for you, and take your advice only from them. And be aware if you do outgrow that group of people, change them out for new people. It's not about friendship. You can always preserve your colleagues. It's about business and using those people to get to where you want to go. And of course, offering the same support to those people as well. Number 2, forget about what everybody else is doing. What is that saying? Comparison is the thief of joy. It really, I couldn't agree more, to be honest. When you compare yourself to someone else, especially just by watching what somebody else is putting there online, you could be robbing yourself of the facts and the ability to get to where you want to go. Plus, we all know people are not always posting the challenges that they're having online. They're only posting the good stuff. You have to work on your own things, your people, your service offerings, your business. Even though we're all virtual assistants, our businesses are all completely different because we're service businesses and we are the main commodity, each one of us in our business. We're all different. We work differently. We know different things, and we approach all of the things we do quite differently. So, what's going to work for you? You're going to set goals that inspire you. You're not going to work towards something that doesn't excite you. You need to build your business the way you want it because everything that you do and achieve is going to mean more because it's actually what you want and not what someone else tells you you should have. That's why we always begin with what we want and what we want to get done and not worry about where everybody else is. You can definitely have goals based on what you see other people achieving, but you need to really want it. There's no progress, it's not a curriculum, there's nothing like that. It's all about you. And maybe you just want to work part-time. Maybe you want to have two great clients. Maybe you want to work with a lot of different clients. Maybe you want to grow your business to be the go-to person. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just want to pay the bills. Whatever you want is exactly right for you. Number 3, stop learning. I know that's kind of a funny thing for me to say, right? I'm a perpetual learner, and I know so many people who are virtual assistants who are the same. I love to learn new stuff. I love to take courses. I take the free ones, the paid ones, the simple ones, the super complex ones, whatever. I will always do that. I love to learn new things. But in order to start building momentum in your VA business, you have to start taking action. Only action is going to get you where you want to go, those feet in front, one foot in front of the other. And there's always going to be another training that will come along. So you always know you're going to be able to learn something new. But if you take some training now, implement it in your business. Implementation is that thing that's going to build your business because you're making focused changes based on the new stuff that you are learning. And you don't have to implement everything from anything, any course or any program that you take. Choose one thing to do well. Like everything I tell you, focus on one thing, and that is the thing that's going to reap the rewards for you. Put the effort into it and really pay attention to it. Also, make planning your new hobby. If you can master planning and setting up the action steps that will get you to the goals you set or the plans that you make, it actually becomes easy. And yes, it will become fun, even if you don't like setting goals. Number 4, leverage your time. We all have the same amount of time every day. How are you using yours? You need to master your time management so that you're using it as efficiently as possible. Schedule your day, including breaks, and find time where you think you don't have it. We all think that we're very busy, but really it's just a matter of managing time better and eliminating the things that we should not be doing, or really reining in the amount of time that we're allowing ourselves to do those things. What helps with leveraging your time? Doing like tasks at the same time. So newsletters for clients or checking emails, whatever it is that you do, graphics, scheduling social media. If you're doing similar things at the same time, it takes less brain power. So you just naturally go through the motions of doing the particular tasks or doing one client's work during a bucket of time. That's always big advice that I give to virtual assistants who are struggling with their time management, is to choose a 45-minute section of time and do all of one client's work in that time, and then eliminate those distractions too, and working smarter, right? There's no need to do things 10 times a day. Actually, don't do things 10 times a day. Checking emails is one big thing that comes up with VAs a lot for their clients, but it doesn't need to be done 10 times a day. Even if they're ridiculously busy, you can check it 4 times a day and be very efficient. And speaking of that bucket of time, set yourself a 30-minute bucket of time to process their email. It's not about staying online and answering everything as somebody emails it in. Nobody expects that kind of response time with their emails unless, as I say, you're in the middle of doing a launch and somebody's having technical issues or, onboarding issues or whatever it is. But in general, we don't need to be checking things that often. So set yourself that bucket of time, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is. Process everything you can during that time and then stop and then close it up, go on to another task, and then go back to it again later on in the day for another 15 minutes, another 30 minutes. It's about working efficiently. And working efficiently means identifying the buckets of time that you're going to spend doing something so that you can move on to something else. And the work's always going to get done. And honestly, email inboxes are never ending. So there's always going to be something there. And it can be the last thing that you do every day as well. And that's the way to close out that task. Routines and habits are also essential in time management. So manage and leverage and focus on doing these things better, and you are going to find so much more time in your day. And number 5, seek to implement growth daily. You also have to focus on growth every single day. Now, that doesn't mean getting a new client or raising your rates or even anything else that seems huge or like there's a million steps to get it done. What you need to do is just take a few minutes every day to look for opportunities to grow your business. What is it for you? Is it more connections, more visibility, more clients, more money? Do you need to be more productive? There's so many ways that you can start doing one thing better, and that's going to help you grow your business. If you're not growing every day, you could be missing out on opportunities. Evolve with your business. And when you take even just 15 minutes every day to look at those opportunities, you can make better decisions. And then use that planning that we talk about to make some minor adjustments, again, to move yourself forward. So if you can't tell from this list of just 5 things, the key to momentum really is to take daily actions. But doing things one step at a time is what is going to get you there. So if you concentrate on the small changes and you see results, that's exciting, isn't it? And you concentrate on another change and you see results again, and so on. That's what we're looking for. Momentum is that slow moving, always in a forward motion. And so if this is what you can do, focus on one thing today, another thing tomorrow, another thing, and maybe it's the same thing, you're just looking in on it and tweaking it and moving it or paying attention to it. You can change the direction of your business inside of a week or 2 or even a month. And just look to see how much further you are ahead at the end of 1 month. I think you'll actually be really surprised. And the last piece is just to get accountability for your routines, a personal cheerleader to help you get stuff done and get to where you want to go. We work alone, but it's really important to be able to check in with somebody about the things that you say you want to get done and let them know the progress that you're having. Let them know the struggles that you're having so they can talk you through things. I had a meeting with the client today, and we talked through a lot of really big issues that she was having because she's struggling to manage her team. And it's really nice just to have somebody to listen to. At least I was the listener today, and it was really helpful for her to get an opinion on how she was doing things and maybe some minor tweaks that she could make so that she could actually move forward because she was feeling really, really frustrated. So getting accountability is one of the most important things that you can do if you find yourself getting stuck and not finding that momentum or not being able to keep that momentum moving forward. That is exactly what we'll be doing in the Virtual Circle, my new mastermind group for virtual assistants. You can check it out at yourvamentor.com/TVC, the Virtual Circle. I bet it's exactly what you need to start building momentum in your business. And if you do need some help trying to start or build or grow or keep that momentum going in your business, be sure to reach out to me at tracy@yourvamentor.com. I've helped hundreds of VAs just like you through their challenges, and I've gotten them on their way to the next thing. I would love to do the same thing for you through private or group coaching. That's all I've got for you this week. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Ridiculously Good VA Show. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. For more great resources for your VA business, visit my website at yourvamentor.com. I'll see you back here next time.